Alright, class. Now is the time to talk about your final work, or final week, I should say, of assignments, before final exams. First off, we have a couple of assignments. The chapter work, and then a little, hopefully fun, quick assignment, and then your PowerPoint test, as it were. And then there's one last thing, which is just a little message board. Check out. So, let's start with the first. The first is the chapter work. The two pictures you need are actually posted here. For this one, the big difference between chapter 1 and chapter 2 is you're going to open up a template, which is a whole bunch of pre-built slides, and then you're just going to remove what you don't need, edit it a bit. Also add in a couple of pictures that you see here. Nothing too different. You'll still insert pictures, you'll still do a lot of the same formatting stuff. And probably a little bit of transitions between slides. There won't be any animations, although animations are still, in my personal opinion, one of the better things you can actually do in PowerPoint. Now this assignment is something I made up. If you remember the, I guess it would be the Access Simulator. It's not so dissimilar from that. I've given you a nice little story to follow here. And what you have to do is simply build slides based on said story. Now you can change a little bit of the text or even use a different picture if you want. But the gist still kind of has to be there. I did have somebody ask me if they could choose to be a gangster. And I told them actually that's fine. You just have to basically reverse, I guess you could say, each of the slides' reasonings. And again, you can swap around from the pictures, but you do need to use pictures on each slide. You get, of course, choices all on your own of what theme, what layout that you need for each slide. You get to decide all that. What transitions. And if you want to go ahead and toss in some animations, that would tend to make it a lot better. But as you can see, each one of these I asked you to make a slide. And you can choose to follow the story, or if you want to do the opposite, that's fine, but it still needs to be kind of in the same vein. Once you've got all that done, you can submit it just like you normally do. Now the last of your assignments, and the very last assignment for the entire semester really, is the PowerPoint test. Now, what you'll have to do here is essentially you get to pick a topic, within reason, of course, whatever you kind of want to discuss, whatever you want to talk about. You get to have at least 7 slides, pictures, text, transitions. If you want to add animations, that would make it a lot better. But again, you get to pick the topic. If you're not sure what topic you want to pick, well, a lot of people like picking themselves, their family, their friends, people they like or admire, people they don't like. That's kind of fun sometimes. You know, those types of things. There's plenty of topics. Generally pick something that you're interested in, and it'll be a lot easier. And once you're done, of course, attach it here. This is worth 100 points. It counts as a test grade. And if there's any other extra notes or anything that's not listed here, it would be listed in your messages or on this page here, as you can see. Now, the very last and final thing is just a simple little message board. Eventually. Look at it again. There we go. Now, since the end of the semester is upon us, it's just a little check to see if there's any particular thing you liked or you found more useful than others. So any module, anything we discuss, pick one. Is there anything you found particularly useful, more than the rest? My personal pick probably leans toward Excel, but I mean it's one of the more useful out of all of them. But it depends on you. If you write a lot of papers, perhaps the Word chapter was more useful for you. If you do presentations, maybe the PowerPoint chapter helped you out with that. That's essentially what I'm asking. So, this is the assignments for the week, there is one last thing, and that is, if you've made it this far, the final exam is fast approaching. I do have a study guide posted here, and it's got all the sections that we've got here, we covered. Now, the test itself will essentially be terms from all the tests. Although you do need to know kind of where the menu items are and stuff like that, because you may see some visual pictures. There'll still be multiple choice, but you may need to, how do I insert a chart? Where's the insert? Where's the design or the theme or whatever I need to change here? Know how all of those work. And I've got all your list of terminology and everything listed here as well. So now the final exam itself is not optional. You have to take it. There is no if, and, or but about it. If you do not take a final exam at Northwest, you fail that class completely, regardless what your grade was. So absolutely make sure you've signed up for whatever times are available. At this point, there should be a posting, maybe a few weeks ago actually, about when those exams are. Make sure you're there at one of those times. Sometimes we get together and I'll give a couple of times, and maybe some other teachers, we usually get together, they have alternate times to give exams. So whatever that happens to be, either message me, come see me, or if you're in another class, your other teachers. They know when those final exams happen to be. But do not miss your final exam, regardless, whatever reason happens to be. So, as is fairly customary throughout the entire semester, if you have any questions or problems, just come see me. This is the rough gist and breakdown of the assignments and everything this week. Hope you had a good semester, and hope you are ready for the final exam.